Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This is the Sikh History Series podcast, episode 7, Blessing the Khalsa and Leaving Chamkaur. Following the Shahidi of the Vadde Sahibzade and many of the Khalsa Singhs, whom were all Shaheed fighting in the thick of battle, the remaining Khalsa Singhs approach the great Guru and do a benti, bowing down before him, saying, Guruji, we beg you, please leave this fort. Your elder sons have been made Shaheed. Many of your warriors are Shaheed. You left Sri Anandpur Sahib for us, now please leave Sri Chamkaur Sahib for us also. We need you. Our lives mean nothing without you. We can stay and fight these forces, but Guruji, we need you to leave. Many thousands of warriors are charging this fort as we speak. Guruji, your passage out of here is our utmost concern. You are our everything. Guruji laughs and says the enemies are approaching. So, watch this. Guruji then pulls back his bowstring and fires a single devastating arrow. With one arrow, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj eliminates a whole charging army. Thousands of warriors fall. Such was the infinite power of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. The Mughal forces now stand back far from the fort, afraid to close in, afraid of the power of the Guru. Such was the infinite power of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj on the battlefield. The forces of evil stand back, deciding not to charge the fort, as every other attempt has ended in their forces being killed, massacred and chopped to bits by the Guru's Khalsa. They decide to stand back as night is also falling. Mughal generals meet up in their tents and they discuss the day's proceedings and their next course of action. The rest of the Mughal forces attend to their horses and seek medical attention and some sustenance. The night is very dark and very cold, and as night falls, many thousands and thousands of dead warriors, horses, camels and war elephants lay dead, littering the battlefield, and they have been eaten by vultures and jackals. The stench of the dead bodies rotting is nauseating. The crows and vultures are making terrible high-pitched sounds as they devour the rotting meat of the warriors. The night is so spooky and filled with death stench. Thus Mesh Pita inside the fort of Chamkaur with the few Sikhs who remain. Having completed Sri Dera Sabjida part, the Khalsa again approached the divine Guru. This time the Jatha 5 Singhs give Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj a hukum to leave the fort. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj here in the fort blesses the Khalsa and gives them the status of Guru. The Khalsa Panth is the Guru and the Guru is in the Khalsa Panth. Guru Sahib Ji blesses the Panth with Guruship in the fort of Chamkaur and later blessed the Guruship to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji at Sachkhand Sri Hajur Sahib. The Panth and the Granth both are Guru. And in the fort of Chamkaur Sahib, Guruji blesses the Khalsa, whom he loves so wholeheartedly. 5 Singhs remain alive in the fort with Guruji by Daya Singh Ji, by Dharam Singh Ji from the Panj Pyare, and also by Man Singh Ji Nahang Singh, one of the brothers of Bhai Mani Singh and Guru Gobind Singh Maharaj's personal attendant. Sangat Singh and Bhai Sant Singh Ji also remain. All 5 are great warrior saints. Guruji tells them, in 5 Singhs I reside. Wherever 5 Jardikala Gursikhs Khalsa warriors gather, I am there and they are my very form. Guruji tells them, where 5 Singhs do ardas, anything can be achieved. 5 Singhs together can do anything. They have my blessing. Guruji seats the 5 Singhs down and encircles them, doing parikrama 3 times. circling the Guru Khalsa warriors 3 times, as is the tradition of the Gurtagaddi. Guruji now takes off their own shastra and puts them on the Singhs. Guruji removes their kalgi and places it before the Khalsa. Guruji removes their personal shastra and gives them to the Panch Singh, giving one a sword, another a katar, another a bow, a gun, a chakar, and so on. This is a monumental moment in Sikh history. Guruji ties their kalgi on the head of one of the Singhs, and then Guruji stands in front of them and says, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. As Guruji does this, the Singh's eyes well up with tears. Such an emotional moment. Bhai Daya Singh Ji says to Guruji, we are nothing compared to you, Guruji. You are our everything. We are just mere men. There will be many like us, but there will never be anybody like you. Guruji, you are the true king. You are everything. You are our beloved. Guruji, without you, we would be nothing. It is because of you that we are anything. All praise is due to you, our king, our beloved. Oh, how we love you, Guruji. And Guruji tells the Khalsa to remain ever ready and to never let up on the enemy. Guruji tells Bhai Sangat Singh Ji and Bhai Sant Singh Ji, you 2 lions will remain here in the fort. Guruji tells the Singhs to sit in their fortified positions and rain arrows and bullets upon the enemy. Kill everyone who dares approach this fort. Sometimes shoot arrows, other times shoot bullets, but kill them all. Guruji tells them, I will follow the Khalsa Panth's hukam and leave this fort. 3 Singhs will come with me, Bhai Daya Singh Ji, Bhai Dharam Singh Ji and Bhai Man Singh Ji Nihang Singh. Guruji looks out at the fort, and in the distance the Mughal armies can be seen, ready and on guard. Some pressing forward, some on guard, some on standby. The moonlight shines down on the battlefield, and in all 4 directions there are many thousands of Mughal forces. Sant Singh and Sangat Singh, both at the top of the fort like great warriors, ready to fight the Mughal forces which remain. They shoot dead anyone who comes close. Guruji with them is firing deadly arrows into the enemy forces. The Singhs again do a benti. Guruji, it's night now, and tactically this is the best time for us to leave. Guruji tells the Singhs, with your benti I left Anandpur Sahib, and now with your benti I will leave Chamkaur for you. My Singhs, my beloved, my Singhs have sacrificed their lives and everything for me. I shall do what they say. Guruji and the 3 Singhs prepare to leave the fort of Chamkaur. Guruji tells the Singhs to never worry about the Khalsa Panth, because the Panth can never be destroyed. This Panth is immortal. This Panth belongs to Akal Purkh and the sword. Singhs will remain forever and will always be in high spirits. This Panth shall never die. Sangat Singh and Sant Singh matha take to Guruji, and Guruji blesses them, putting his hand on their heads. Guruji and the 3 Singhs leave the fort. They leave through the secret exit which they used to enter the fort. However, as the Singhs entered the fort, one of the Khalsa warriors shut the entrance and locked the door behind him with a thick, heavy iron padlock. And that Singh had the key on his person and has been shaheed in the battlefield. So now the Singhs are without the key. Guruji tells Bhai Daya Singh Ji to move aside. Looking at the thick, heavy iron lock, Guruji kicks the lock with their left heel, breaking it apart into pieces. Such power. Guruji and the Singhs leave the fort. As they leave the fort, Guruji leaves their shoes inside. Guruji points up at the sky, at a bright star, and tells the Singhs, follow the direction of that star. Telling the Singhs we shall now split up and we will meet later on, but navigate towards the direction of that star. Guruji tells the Singhs, we will leave with a bang, making a noise. We should leave this place. We should not let the Mughal forces make claims that we ran away scared. We shall let the Mughal forces know that we are going. We are not about to leave in silence, afraid to make a sound. Guruji stands and claps their hands loudly. The loud clapping of Guruji's hands echoing throughout the land. And then in a loud voice, Guruji shouts out 3 times, letting all know the Guru is about to leave this place. The Guru's powerful voice travelling throughout the land. Mughal forces hear this and are scared, hit with a shock of adrenaline. But they begin making a great noise, moving towards this area. Guruji loads 2 arrows on a single bow and fires them together, firing at 2 torchbearers who lead the way, and hitting both of them. They both fall dead on the ground, slumped over each other. The Mughals were galloping towards the Guru, galloping fast and marching, running. Much dust and sand do they raise up with their hooves, and there is zero visibility now because of this. And in this confusion and lack of direction, lack of sight and clarity, they end up clashing with each other, and in a panic they are shooting each other blindly, hitting their own men and fighting their own warriors, killing each other in this chaos. Such was the Panth of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, who knew this would happen. Guruji leaves Chamkaur and he leaves these Mughals fighting amongst themselves. The Singhs have also left the area, following the star for navigation. Sant Singh and Sangat Singh are in the fort, firing arrows and bullets, keeping the Dusht forces at bay all night, killing many of them. And in the pathway Guruji is travelling, there are 2 shepherds who are looking out for their water buffaloes whom are broken loose at night. They are searching the local forest and jungle areas, and one of them comes across Guruji. Recognizing the Guru, he matta takes before the great Guru, asking how they are. The other is clumsy and loud and fixated on his water buffaloes. He does not see Guruji. He walks on, calling back to his partner, asking him who is he talking to. And the clumsy one, I'm finding out, is making much noise and shouting, saying it can't be the Sikh Guru. He's surrounded in a fort. Guruji tells him to keep quiet, as there's no point in him making such unnecessary noise. Guruji calls him close, saying, I will give you a gift. I will give you something, just stay quiet. The fool, overcome by greed, comes close to receive his bribe to keep him quiet. Overcome by greed, he is thinking to himself that he will take this payment of the Guru, then he'll make much noise and ruckus, and he'll get the Guru caught, and then he'll get a bigger payment of the Mughals for finding the Guru. Coming close to the Guru, the greedy fool comes close, taking a bribe, and then he's about to make a big noise. Guru Sahib knows this and sees this and gives him a backhand slap across the face, knocking out his teeth and leaving him mute, unable to speak. In the Dal, I was told by a Vidwan elder Nihang Singh that at this point Guruji offered him a bribe, but when the shepherd started to shout out, Guruji with their khanjar disemboweled the greedy fool, stabbing his khanjar in the fool's stomach and ripping open his stomach and intestines, killing him on the spot, his intestines falling to the ground. Guruji moves forward and making their way to Machiwala jungle. Guruji is barefoot at this time. Their pavitr charan feet are bleeding. Guruji is alone, no army or no material comforts. Guruji travels and rests in Machiwala jungle, later reuniting with the Khalsa Singhs, and later going on to write Siri Zafarnama Sahib, which was the cause of Aurangzeb's death, then travelling on to Damdama Sahib and eventually to Siri Hajur Sahib. But we will finish this season of the Sikh History Series podcast at this point. There is so much to cover, and with Guru Sahib's kirpa and blessings, There will be further podcasts out covering these histories in more detail, as well as other histories. As always, please share this with your loved ones and your families, and do ardas that may this seva continue. And please forgive any mistakes and shortcomings, of which there are many, while doing this seva. And together, let's come together as Gursikhs and spread the glory and history of the Sikh Panth. Let's reunite and spread the glory of the Khalsa Panth throughout the world. And our strength is undeniable and undefeatable. Bhul chuk maaf karna. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.